Hello everyone, and welcome back for another Witchy Wednesday. Today I'm going to be talking about what the heck is a forest witch. Now, there's several different types of witches, but I'm personally a forest witch. And as you would suspect from the name, it's a witch who resonates with the forest. So anything dealing with the forest, from trees, plants, wildlife, anything nature related within a forest is what I deal with. From a young age, I discovered that really resonated with the outdoors and nature. I lived several different places, but every place that I ended up moving to, I would always find a wooded area. I was somewhat of a loner child, but I didn't let that stop me. I was always outside finding things to do by myself. And a lot of the times, those things would be building forts, building tree houses, and just making worlds of my own within the forest. And this would have been younger elementary school years. So in 5th grade, the whole Harry Potter world ended up coming out, and ended up getting the first book, Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, at the Scholastic Book Fair my 5th grade year. And from there, it was, shall I say, pure magic. But Harry Potter as a whole played a significant part of my childhood. For the most part, my childhood was very dark. There were some things that happened to me from a very young age that went straight through to my adolescence, and then even adulthood, which I'll save for another video as well. But Harry Potter really allowed me to immerse myself into another world to escape my reality. And despite at that time me not believing in magic, I still put myself into that fantastical world, and made friends with the characters, since I was a loner and didn't have any friends of my own. And it really allowed me to make a childhood that I was missing in real life. And I grew up in a family that was very religious, even to the point where my adoptive father didn't want me reading Harry Potter at all. Now, my mom thankfully allowed me to read it, despite being religious. But my adoptive father, it even got to the point where he told me that I had the devil in me. So that being said, witchcraft is really taboo for my family, and they resonate witchcraft with all things devil and satanic related. But for me, witchcraft is based upon your intentions. And I had given this example to one of my family members, trying to explain to them why I decided to become a witch. And I said, I'm not crazy. The magic you produce is within your intention. This ideal that witchcraft is based upon fairy tales, where everything is magic, and things, you can make things happen out of the blue and just wave your wand, and things are produced like in Harry Potter. That in my opinion, isn't what witchcraft is. And I even compared it to, despite me not being religious, I compared it to religion, as in our crystals can be seen as the same symbolism to religion as their rosary. So they put belief in their rosary, we put belief in our crystals, or depending upon which type of crystal it is and what energy it provides, is essentially the same aspect as how they feel about their rosary. So like I told my family member, it's not like I will be swishing my wand all the time and expecting things to happen. It's when I produce my spells or my rituals or my blessings, I put intention into these things, and based upon that intention, I can expect a positive energy or positive aspect to be produced. Magic has always been a huge part of my life, and I think it just developed into what it is currently, which I'll get into that as well. So for me being a forest witch, people are like, Shayna, have you lost your mind? Seriously, magic isn't real. But here recently, just within the past several weeks and maybe even a couple months, I've done a lot of extensive research on witchcraft, and I'm still a baby witch, of course, because I still have a lot to learn. But I've discovered a lot of things about witchcraft, the history of witchcraft, past witches, etc. And that's where I established that I am a forest witch. I love hiking. I love the mountains. I actually grew up in the mountains of Cumberland, Maryland, and then I moved to Pennsylvania and lived among the Appalachian Mountains. So the mountains have always been a huge part of my life. Now currently, I live in a place that doesn't have any mountains, but we still have forestry. So that's very important to me. So that's great that I still am able to find forests local to me that I resonate with. But yeah, I'm a forest witch, and to be more specific, I'm an atheist forest witch. Now, some people get them confused. They get witchcraft confused with Wicca. Now, Wicca is a religion. So if you're a Wiccan, you're automatically a witch. However, if you're a witch, you do not have to be a Wiccan. So, for me personally, I am a witch who doesn't have a religion. I'm an atheist. So, as far as the spiritual world, I don't connect with that. I don't believe in spirits or demons or gods or any of that. My sole belief in witchcraft are the 4 elements of water, earth, air, and fire. So my spell work, when I do spells, I don't pray to the gods. Actually, I don't pray to anything, but if I'm showing gratitude or giving thanks, my thanks will go to Mother Nature as a whole. Now, as far as my practices, I still do spell work, rituals, blessings, and these are done at home, at my altar, in the kitchen, and also in the forest, of course. And as I said, I am still a baby witch, so I'm still a beginner. And I do use a Book of Shadows, which I have started, and I'll probably eventually show you guys some of it once I get it going. Like I said, I'm a beginner, so my book is just, I only have like 3 pages started so far. So once I get into it, then I think I'm gonna record some of it and show you guys, just so you can see what my Book of Shadows looks like. In addition to being an atheist force witch, I also don't belong to a coven, at least not yet. I'm not sure if I'll ever belong to a coven, but right now my practice is independent. Now I have joined some local witch groups on Facebook, so it's really nice to see that there are other local witches in my area who may or may not have the same beliefs as I do. They're still part of the Witchcraft family, so that's really nice. Just to hit on again of why I became a witch, or how really, it's taken years for me to get to this point, but now that I'm here, my mindset and energy and positivity has completely changed. For those who have watched my other videos, I have a mental illness. I deal with borderline personality disorder, PTSD, OCD, anxiety, and depression. And for the majority of my life, not even counting the dark things that I have been through, just dealing with these mental health issues, it puts me in a really dark place, and it's really hard to get out of. And the majority of my life, I've lived basically in a negativity bubble where I was negative all the time. I was very rarely positive, and it really put a damper on my life. And until I found witchcraft, I felt like I didn't have a purpose. Like, my life was so mundane and bleak. And then when I really started getting into witchcraft, my whole mindset changed. Like, I can't even explain it or put it into words, but it just feels like this is where I'm supposed to be. This is my true self. This is who I am. And I feel like at this point in my life, I'm content. I'm actually happy, which in all my years, my whole 31 years, I never thought I'd be able to say that I was happy. And that is a huge step for me. I'm so thankful that I was able to find witchcraft and discover myself and finally find that positive energy that I needed all these years and didn't think was possible to find. It's so hard to put into words, and as a writer, you would think I would have plenty of words to help explain something this astronomical that's completely changed my life. But in all honesty, I have no words, but I couldn't be any more thankful. Like, it's completely changed my life, guys. And I'm not saying, oh, if you have a mental illness, go find witchcraft. No, that's not what I'm saying at all. But for me, personally, witchcraft has changed my life and the way that I look at things, and I would never go back. Never, ever, ever in a million years would I ever go back after finding what I've just recently found, because everything is so different. And having a mental illness, yeah, I still have bad days. Just even here recently, I've had, I guess it would have been 3 or 4 days now where I've had a really bad go. Like, I had nightmares every night. I had insomnia, where I'd wake up around 1:30, 3:30 in the morning and then not be able to sleep because of that nightmare. I'd lay in bed all day, depressed, anxious. So I'm not saying that even if you do find something that you resonate with, that you're not going to have bad days, because that's not the case either. Having a mental illness is forever. But the important thing is to find something that you resonate with, that provides you with more positive energy than negative energy. Because, yeah, you're still going to have those bad days, but having that positive energy and that's something to look forward to definitely changes things. Because then you're in the mindset of, hey, this is just a few bad minutes, few bad hours, few bad days. It's not a bad life. So that's really important. But yeah, I just wanted to hop on here and tell you guys why I came into witchcraft, what the heck a forest witch is. If you guys have any questions for me or about being a forest witch, please leave them in the comments. I'd love to talk to you guys about it. But yeah, I just wanted to hop on here and share that with you for another Witchy Wednesday. Despite all my ranting and going off on a tangent there. I hope you guys can understand a little better about where I'm coming from, why I did it, and why I resonate with the title of Forest Witch. So be sure to give me a like and subscribe, and stay tuned for my next video. Thanks, guys. Bye.